G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Now I am going to use my instant mold again today. Now sorry if you can't see the very top and the very bottom there. Yeah, it's huge. I'm just pressing it down. So if you've seen these before, I do have a couple of other videos using the instant mold. This is the 50 centimeter. And today I'm going to do something that that's sort of floating around on YouTube, the reverse ink drops, where you just put your ink down onto a dry mold. Oh my gosh, I keep knocking these down. I do have a 30 centimeter mold, my big tray, but silicone is quite, like it's rubby, you know, things don't slide on it as well. So I thought, how about I use my piece of plastic. This is just a sheet of plastic under here. I've got it taped down to my board. You can see the bits of tape on the side here. And I'm going to drop my ink in. I'm going to pour my resin into the center, let it all push out and back in, and hopefully we'll get that gorgeous rainbow kind of look. I've got pink, red, orange, sorry, pink, red, yellow. These two are going to make an orange. Green, light blue, indigo, violet. So blue and purple. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to turn it into a bowl, a huge bowl. And I'm not going to do a vase where you drip it over and you have to shape it and everything. I just want a round bowl. I think that the colors and the swirls and that in the center are going to be enough that it doesn't need to have all this extra going on. So make sure that you've got a bowl that's going to be big enough, okay? So this is, I couldn't get it exactly round, but say 50 centimeters, 19 and a half inches or so in the center there. So I'm going to use this huge metal bowl. I'm going to do that. So I want to scratch it. So make sure that it's going to fit. Initially I had a smaller bowl enough, and then I put my tape measure in. So make sure, run your tape measure around on the inside, make sure it's going to fit. Yeah, 50, so 19 and a half. So make sure it's going to fit first, okay? Bang, it's like a big gong. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. I just thought I'd jump on and tell you before I mixed up my resin. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to use 1 kilo of resin, and I'm going to use the ultra clear, the Platinum ultra clear, because I've got a lot of it, and I don't really use it for my blooms and things like that anymore because it's really thin resin. So I'm going to use that, and then I'll be able to mold it in about 8 hours. Right, I'll mix up my resin. I'll be right back. Righto, I am back. I've mixed up my resin. I did 750 grams of A and 320 grams of B. And I just mixed it for 5 minutes, relatively gently. I didn't want to get too many bubbles in there, but yeah, it's a really thin resin. So I've got the ultra clear, this one, which is really thin, and then there's the Platinum 360 plus, which is a bit thicker, and then there's the art coat that I use for my blooms, which is thicker still, and then the art class is the thickest one. So this is the longest work time. It's thinner. As they go thicker and thicker, they have a shorter work time. So that's that. That can just sit over there for the next few minutes while I drop my inks, and the bubbles can come out. Right, now I haven't got many left. If anyone watching is involved with Let's Resin, can you ask them if we can buy like colors separately, because we use certain colors in the box all the time. Peach red's one of them, and it'd just be nice if we could buy colors individually. Got a cough. Oh my gosh. So that's the peach red. I'm just going to do 1 line of each first, and then I'm going to come back and put some more in. And that's the red. I don't want to go too close to the edge of my mold because when I pour my resin in, I'm just going to pour it into the middle. It's going to push those colours out anyway, so probably don't need to put too much along the edge. Now, that's the yellow. This is emerald green. Just going to reopen that. I think sometimes I get too close and I must dip my end into the resin. And then, of course, it gets resin stuck on it and whoops. And then it's not going to work. All right, now this is one I haven't got much of. Again, sky blue is another one I'd like to be able to buy separately. So if anyone from Let's Resin is watching, I know they've changed their bottles. I think they've gone to droppers now because of customer requests. So if we all ask, and purple as well, you know, the colours that we use all the time. How about you let us buy those separately, Mr. Let's Resin? All right, let's just do this and kind of widen our little area of colour. I don't think it matters too much how you do it. I mean, you do it how you want to do it. Oops, I'm running out. I'm running out. This will be the last time I can use this, and I haven't, because I've got a couple of boxes. People have sent me Let's Resin inks, and I really appreciate that. But both my boxes have run out of those particular colours, so it's a bit frustrating. And I've got doubles of all the colours I don't use, and then I don't have any of the colours that I do want to use. So I try and buy those colours like in a different brand. It's just not the same though. It's just not the same. They're nice and vibrant, these ones. There we go. So nearly finished with that peach red too. So these ones, I just want a little bit of extra of these colours. And then you can kind of go and put a bit more in if you want to. Whoops. It's the blue. I wonder if I've got any more of this one. Light blue. Come on. Better put a little bit of colour in the middle, hadn't I? Let's do one of each in the middle. Now I've lost where my middle is. Oh gosh. Getting all mixed up here already. The colours will blend. There we go. All right. That's done. Now let me put my little, oh gosh, my lids on everything. I'll get them out of the way. And I'm hoping, I haven't got enough colour down here, have I? I'm hoping that, yeah, when I pour my clear resin in, that we'll get a really pretty shade of colours. I didn't want to do, like I don't want to put too much in because I think, you know, the colours are quite vibrant, so I don't want to put too much in because they're going to spread. And I really like that sort of stained glass kind of a look. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's the sky blue. Let's put all my little lids on here. All right, that's done. Woohoo! Are we still taping? I can't see it. I'm going to put my little step here so I can climb up. Yep. Okay. Good. All right. Move my step. Okay, you guys, are you ready? This is exciting. Just going to give this another torch. Careful with your fingers. Just going to give this another bit of a stir. I hope it works all right. Some resins don't like the cold, and it was kind of getting a bit of a skin on it, but it could have been from the torch. All right, here we go. There's my center. And off we go. Just going to pour into the center. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow. Hopefully I've got enough resin. It's going to stay in the one spot. And of course the resin will move, the inks will move. If you think you don't have enough of one color, like that pink over there is looking a little bit patchy, you can add a little bit more. But yeah, it's all going to move. I think I will add a little bit more of the pink. Another good thing about doing this on a sheet of plastic is some of the ink colors actually really stain your molds, especially mine because my molds are white. The yellow and the pink are notorious for staining. All right, that's done. Oh, look at that. All right, let's put some more pink in. Not that I've got much. So I'm just going to kind of fill in the little gaps where I haven't really got a lot of colour. And then I'll just let it spread and do its thing. A little bit more yellow. I'm hoping it's all going to, you know, move. Look at the purple. Isn't that bizarre? Like it's got blue drops. And then it's got purple underneath. That's just weird. This is the sky blue, and it kind of looks a little bit turquoise, doesn't it? See, I wasn't sure exactly how much ink I was going to need until I did this. Oops, squirt. What's my red over here? I've got bits of red in here. I guess it's going to blend a bit. So depending on what it looks like, if it's not going to blend, I'll give it a bit of a swirl. Maybe I'll just heat it with my heat gun and see what happens. Push it around with the heat gun a bit. Popping bubbles, heating it up a bit. It's pretty cold in here today in my studio. It's still only 20 degrees. I've had the heater on. It's not doing a lot. I don't want to overheat it because obviously I've got plastic underneath. Gosh, I thought it would blend more. It's disappointing. I need more pink up here. I honestly thought they would blend more, but obviously not. All right, let's give them a little bit of a helping hand. Those blue dots on the bottom there are freaking me out. Seriously, what is that from? Now I'm going to have blue dots stuck on the bottom. Oh gosh. Let's just blend those. We'll come back and see what it's going to look like afterwards, but hopefully it'll be all right. Give that a bit of a blend in the center. Actually, no, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. There we go. All right, well, there you go. It's, oh, not what I was expecting at all. The green has dropped straight down as well. Oh gosh, why did it do that? I wonder if I can rub those marks out of my plastic. Otherwise they're going to be stuck in my plastic. I'm going to have to do that. So I don't think I've ever seen anybody use a plastic sheet. They've always used the, you know, the mold. So I don't know. I expected the drops to not stick as much on plastic than they do on the silicone. I'm just going to wipe away these blue dots as well. I don't know why they're blue. The rest of it's purple, but the drops that have stuck down on the plastic are blue for some reason. I'm just going to do this to all of them. Why not? That one's done. Clean my finger off. Okay, need another little drop of red up here. So yeah, we'll wait and see what the resin's going to do. I'm sure it will spread around and, you know, do its own thing. That pink is really not, it's not like holding its colour. Put some more in, like it's very, very sort of transparentish looking, which is weird. It's just kind of vanishing, that pink. All right, let's leave it like that. Oops, now I've got it on my mold. I've got pink on my edge of my mold. Let's leave that like that. Blend those two edges together a little bit. I don't see that there's any harm in blending. I'll have to go and get another pink. It's just not holding its colour at all. Alright, quick torch, pop in some bubbles. Something in there. Did I get it? Nope. Yeah, look at that pink. It's done it again. I'm going to go and see if I can find another pink. See, I don't have another pink. This is the thing. It's really hard to. I can't get my glove off. All right, hang on. I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to go and see if I can find another pink because it's just not holding its colour at all. The other thing that I noticed about, let's move my step, about the inks, I have to pull that straight. See, the plastic's getting a bit of a fold in it. Some of the inks spread further, and then some of them don't. Now this is Raspberry by Ranger. Ranger's one of those that doesn't really hold its colour very well either, and this is what I got to replace the peach red because I couldn't get any more peach red. So we'll see what that one looks like. Get back in your own section, please, green. So I'll just leave that like that. I'll see how that goes. Just blend those a little bit. Okay, well that's looking messy. Oh gosh. All right, let's give it some time to let it do its thing. Nothing's leaking, which is a great thing. It's a great little instant mold. It stops the resin coming underneath. Obviously don't pick it up, don't move it, don't touch it once you've got your resin in there. Otherwise it will, you know, lift and then all your resin will run out. So just be really careful. All right, so there's nothing much more I can do now. I'm just going to get a wet wipe and just kind of wipe up my edges there, but there's nothing more I can do now. I'm just going to wait. Oh, actually I probably need a bit more red in there, don't I? So I will be back. It'll probably take about, like I said, about 8 hours before it'll be ready to set up, to put in its little bowl. The yellow's been eaten up by some of the other colours. Be careful with the yellow, look at that. You get over there on your own side. I was hoping it would make orange, but it hasn't really, like the inks haven't really done what I was expecting them to do. They've kind of just stayed where I put them. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I will be back in about 8 hours when it's time to mold it. So I'll see you then. Let's get you down. Have a bit of a quick close-up. It's the light blue, it's the dark blue, it's the purple. See, again, it's not, it looks really wishy-washy. I don't know what else to call it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it's all when it's done. So, see you soon. Righto, guys, I'm back. It's 10 p.m. I'm tired. It's cold. I want to go to bed. I checked this an hour or so ago, and I've been sort of checking it every half an hour or an hour. It peels off okay, but like I tried to lift it, and it's kind of lifting in a couple of areas, but it's still very soft and it's sticking to the plastic. So my idea of having to lift it up and drape it inside the bowl is going out the window, because I'm not going to get up in another 2 or 3 hours and do it. So I am going to, what am I going to do? I'll do it this way. I'm going to leave it on the plastic. I'm going to put this underneath, like so. It just wasn't going to work. If I had a few more hours, now it's feeling like stiff because the plastic is quite a thick plastic. I'm hoping this will sort of work. But yeah, I've done it before where I've gone to bed, I've set the alarm, and I've got up like 2 hours later and come out in the dark and the cold, and yeah, I just don't want to do that again. Let's try this way. Let's see if we can do it this way rather. See if I can. It's not going to lie flat like I wanted it to, but I'll just see what I can do with it, hey? I'm sure it's still going to be pretty. Well, it wants to do a fold, so I'll put a couple of little folds in, even though it's not what I wanted. It's just, never mind. Things don't always go to plan, do they? They don't. When it comes to resin, it doesn't go to plan. But I think it'll still be pretty. I'm just going to have to change up my original idea a little bit as to what I was going for. See, this is the thing with using this particular resin that takes so much longer to set up. And it's really cold. I mean, like I said, we're in winter and it's cold. And I have got the heater on in my studio, but it's I only just put it on an hour ago to try and, you know, hasten the drying or curing time, but it hasn't really helped. Probably should have put the heater on this afternoon rather than just this evening. But anyway, how about that? How's that looking? It might actually look quite pretty. I don't know. It'd make a nice lampshade. Oh gosh. Oh dear. All right, so I'm going to get some little bottles or something and stick them down here to keep that open. So that looks quite nice there. Maybe I'll put another little one in. I don't know. I wanted to go to bed now. I'm not playing with this thing. So I don't know. I don't really want to put too many folds in it. Just a few. I think I'll just do that. All right, I'm going to find something to go in there, like not that specifically, but cups. Paper cups usually work well. Let's have a look. These sorts of paper cups, they tend to work well because you can put them in that way where they're sort of elongated, just like that. It's 1, 2, and it's just enough to you know, stop that resin closing in on itself. And I'm sorry, I wanted to do, you know, something else, but I was looking forward to doing it the other way, but it's just not going to work. But I will do it again. I will do it again because that's what I want to do. I'll probably go back to the 360 plus resin because it just does set up so much faster. But it really depends on the weather in your area. I just didn't think it would take so long because I poured this at 11 o'clock and I said to you, you know, about 8 hours it's going to take, so 7. But now it's after 10, so so what's that? Yeah, it's taken a lot longer. But look, that looks okay. Because I've bent it and everything, the inside here has got that sort of rippled effect because the resin has stretched and moved and everything. You don't tend to get that when the resin has cured more. I'll see if I can show you, see what I'm talking about. If your resin is much more set, it doesn't do this. Can you sort of see that sort of rippledy effect? But anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure it'll still be pretty. All right, so that's it there, sitting in my bowl. And hopefully it'll be cured by morning. So not what I was intending or hoping for, but I'm sure it'll still be pretty. So I'll see you in the morning. Right, so it's the next day and it's nice and set. So yeah, you saw me put the little cups in, so let's get those out. They work well for this sort of thing because they're on that little slope, and also the little lip at the top helps to stop, you know, them sliding any further. And then the other thing I did, I got these little balls. They're actually meant for, you know, doing this sort of thing with resin, and you can get them in different sizes. So I'll put those in there. So, and I just thought I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape on them just so that they don't roll all the way down the bottom. So that's what I did. I just thought, seeing as I've got these big sort of swooping sides, I'd have some little ones as well. So, oops, oh gosh, dropped him. So let's just get them all out. I've got 2 different sizes. The other ones are quite small, but I think they'll be good for, like, if you just want to do a little trinket bowl. So that's them there. Alrighty, you guys. So it comes out nice and easily, obviously, because it's got the plastic on it. Move that. Where am I going to put you? Put you there. All right, let's see if this comes off it nice and easily. It seems to be. I think next time I use my instant mold, I'm going to try, instead of using this thick plastic, I'm going to try, what's it called? Like wrapping paper. You know, that sort of iridescent wrapping paper that you can get? I've got some of that. Might try that. Something a bit thinner anyway, that's maybe a little bit easier to bend. But I'm just wondering if I can like reuse this piece of plastic. Oh, there we go. I'm more interested in my piece of plastic. Actually, I think I can use it again. If it's not crinkled or anything, I'll just have to put it flat somewhere and go over it with my heat gun. And I think it'll be fine. All right, let's move that. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's quite heavy, you guys. Oh, look at that. Look at the colours. I'm going to have to take this outside so you can see the colours. Wow. So yeah, it wasn't anything like what I was going for, but it'd make a really pretty lamp, wouldn't it? So these are the little swoops that I've made. That's the big one, and then there's a little one, and there's a big one, and there's a little one. So what do you think of that? Oh, I love the way that can you see? I love the way the light shines through it. It looks so pretty. Wow. I wasn't exactly wanting this sort of textured look, but when you look at it through the side like that, it looks really quite pretty how that texture is. It's really smooth and shiny on the back, on the sides and that. All right, I'm going to go and see if I can... Actually, I'm going to get my little ladder, so on my little step, so I can actually see what you're seeing. It's so heavy. I don't know what I'd do with it. I guess it would make a good fruit bowl because it's so huge. It's massive. Look at it. There's the purple, the blue, the light blue. I'm going to have to take it outside. All right, let's go. Let's come with me. We'll go outside and see if we can find some sun. All right, out on my deck. Now, let's see. Which hand will I use? This one. See if we can see it in the light a little bit better. Hope I don't drop it off the railing. It's a long way down. Look at it shimmer. Can you see that? Can you see how it's shimmering? Wow, it's so pretty in the light. Look at that. Hopefully you can see this. I didn't think that alcohol inks would be like so shimmery. Like there's no mica in that at all. It's just the alcohol inks, and they're really shimmery. It's so heavy. I think we've been around all the way. So you could, if you wanted to, paint the top, but I'm not going to, only because it's, you know, hasn't worked exactly the way I wanted it to. So I'm not going to spend any more time and effort and money on it. But I will do it again. I'm looking forward to doing it again for sure. So there you go. Alrighty. Thanks again for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've learnt something anyway. It's always good if you can learn something from a video. Excuse me. Hello. I'm trying to video here and you're being very noisy. It's the magpies. Hello. Yes, you're being very noisy. Was that you making that racket? I'm going back inside now. I've got work to do. Off you go. It rained overnight. So everything's a bit wet. I've got to watch where I'm walking because it's cold and I got my socks on. Don't want to stand in a puddle. All right. Have a quick little pan of outside. Oh, hello. How are you, little birdie? I don't have any food. I'm just coming to show people my resin. That's all. That's all. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'm going to take my big bowl, find somewhere to put her, and I'll see you all for the next video real soon. Okay. Bye for now.